Hello and welcome to Crash Landing with me, the most everyone, aka MrSuryt. We've got stuck on a chair. We're out of there. Alright, we have been very busy. I haven't recorded for a few days. I've had a little bit of a niggling cough, I guess, which is all it takes to prevent recording, just because, yeah, you can't exactly cough a lot whilst you're recording. Anyway, hopefully I get through today without a cough. We'll wait and see. I've been very busy, however. We've obviously started extending the dirt this way. I still haven't automated the dirt making process, which means this has been a very long, tiring process. But we're getting there. We went to the city over there last episode, I think it was. We did a lot of exploring off camera as well, and pretty much all the unique buildings with the good stuff in them we've cleared out over there. So I have gone over that way and found another city that had more of the things we wanted. A couple of power stations included. So today we are going to, well, that gets full very quick. Today we're going to play around with those a little bit. Oh, I've also got myself some lovely peanut butter and jam sandwiches. These things are probably the most nutritional, nourishing meal. There you go. The most nourishing meal I have. Those mobs are so noisy when they're dying. I don't know if it's noisy for you guys, but it's deafening for me. I have emptied this out so many times. Oh, I have also emptied out a lot of down here. So we've got all this pretty much dug out. I've got my oreberry bushes planted. This is actually probably the most, what's the word, efficient way of using oreberries. It's not really necessary, however. We do have a lot of other ways of getting ores in this pack. I've pretty much just got it there because I was experimenting for running Red, another series that I'm also doing at the moment. This here is how I actually wanted it. This is nowhere near as efficient, but it still works and it looks pretty good. You guys aren't going to be able to see it because it's too dark in there. Oreberry bushes need the dark. You might be able to see a little bit. I can see fine, but yeah, basically we're just having all the different oreberry bushes go all the way to the roof. Kind of like a library we're going to have it. I got a few in here, a few little berry bushes. We might smelt them up. Today, this is a lot of what we have collected in two of the golden chests. This one here possibly being some stuff that we might end up using today. But yeah, we've got a lot of the big reactor stuff. With the big reactors, there's a lot of clear glass in those buildings. I recommend collecting it because this stuff is very handy, very useful. There's a lot of it there too. We've got a lot of the cracked, scorched brick, as well as the seared brick. So today, instead of getting onto pneumatic craft or big reactors, which I'm keen to get into the big reactors, it's been quite a while since I last used them. In fact, last time I used them, the turbine was not in the pack, so that's going back some time. Yeah, so we're actually going to get into Tinkers. I brought a fair amount of my stuff down here for it. We've got the Scorched Huzumi, what's it? I'm going to need to get a controller there. Pretty sure I've got a controller around here somewhere, but I've obviously put it in the wrong spot. Yes, I have. There we go. So yeah, we're going to get the high oven going. We're going to get the smeltery going, finally. And I am going to have a go at deep tanks. We're also going to get this automated a little bit. There's a few different ways you can do it, including Steve's. Steve's Factory Manager. It's a very powerful sorting mod. Probably a little bit too powerful, in my opinion. Yeah, you can. It's basically limitless what you can do using other mods with this particular mod. You can just about set anything and everything up to be automated. So I'm not too sure I'm keen on it just yet. It's kind of the new computer craft for me. Anyway, let's leave all that behind. Oh yeah, water is also down here now. Pretty much nothing upstairs except for an emergency water supply. It is overly complicated and at the same time incredibly simple. So, close you. Yeah, I will change this up, but I just kind of like it being messy. I don't know, I like things all over the place. Anyway, let's just very quickly start off with the basics, and that will be... We're not going to pick the lava up. That'll be the smeltery. So we'll grab some of the items that we're going to need. I love these peanut butter and... We'd say peanut butter and jam in Australia, but peanut butter and jelly, I guess, works too. It's aluminum again. It's, yeah, very different, but the same. Right. The basics for your smeltery. Very simple. A 3x3 base. And then you want yourself a wall all the way around like so. And that's more or less how you have it. You do need a tank as well as the controller. I've actually got a seed tank that's already got a little bit of lava in it because I have done all this already. Confession to be made, I have already done this episode and I stuffed up the actual recording, so I had to tear it all down and we're doing it again. Yay! Anyway, you can, believe it or not, you can actually derp and complete it right the way around. However, the corner blocks here, they're not actually needed, so no point in putting them in there, just a waste of resources. And we're going to build this up pretty high because the higher you build it, the more you can smelt in it. Kind of obvious really, but we're going to put, not the controller, there we go, the drain. Only going to have one drain, and it's going right there. The walls, however, like I just said, we're going to have them as high as we want them to be. Or they're going to be as high as we want them to be. Or actually, they're going to be as high as I can fit them in this area. This is pretty much the level where I think we can put our controller and the tanks. Now the tanks, they do go on top of each other like so. That does work. They can all store lava that way. It should be set up right now. Let's see. Clearly they're not sharing the lava. So if we just finish this off and one more, we might get it working. Alright, that should actually be working. Minus the lava. Doesn't seem to want to accept that there is a block right there. That there is lava in it. So, let us transfer these around. That was definitely the wrong one. Let's try that again. Here we go. It still doesn't seem to think that there's any lava there. Alright, well, luckily for me, I do happen to have a lava bucket or two. How's that worked? It hasn't. And that's not a recipe anymore. Oh, hang on. Oh, I do have you right there. Oops. Oh, hey, neat. Neat. Just dump you over there and... It's not saying... Oh, there's only 700 in there. No wonder. Fair enough. Alright, we're going to look in here and... Yeah, it is. There is lava there, it seems. It's just a minor glitch. Minor visual glitch. Saying that there's nothing there. Alright, so that is operational. We can and we may as well use the rest of these blocks up. just go a little bit higher. No reason not to. It just means we can fit more stuff in there, right? We will still be limited by how fast we can pull it out due to the number of drains, and oh, of course we ran out. 3 short. Might as well. Oh, I'll probably extend that right the way to the top later on. For now, it's not really all that important. You go right there. Well, that is our smeltery done. Now I'm going to try putting together a deep tank control, a deep tank I should say, not just a deep tank controller. We're going to use a few extra bits and pieces. And we may end up needing some fluid duct. Not may, we will in fact need some fluid duct. We're going to whack you there. The drain, the faucet, the tap. Again, it's a aluminum thing. You know what? I've already changed my mind. We're not going to put that there. That's going to be a fluid duct pipe. Straight out of there. The actual... Oh, let's get down here. Actual deep tank itself. I've used this sparingly in my time with this pack. With this mod, in fact. Haven't really used it too often. But I decided today I kind of want to. That is exactly where I did not want it to go. This tank here is pretty much just a big tank similar to something you'd see in Railcraft. Zycraft was another one that was quite good. Railcraft's one of my favourite mods, so I go back to that often. We definitely need the cracked scorch. We might need a bit more glass as well. It's a multi-block structure. The advantage to having this and having all the liquids go in here, it will not create, or it should not create, any of your, what are they called when you mix them together? I've forgotten. It'll come to me. Alloys or whatever. you can't mix the metals inside one of these tanks. Just like the high oven, it won't mix. It will keep them separate. Doesn't matter if they are meant to be mixed, it will not mix them. That's what the smeltery is for. Which means I will put some kind of a control on it so that it only drains out into this tank if I tell it to. So if I do want to mix them together, I can. So the base of it is glass in the middle with a ring of the scorched brick, or cracked scorched brick as this one here is. It has to be an odd number for the sides, so 3, 5, etc. It can be pretty much as high as you want. I haven't really tested it to see just how high we can go, but let's see, maybe we can go one more. Maybe if we got the blocks for it, that is. And then we go like so. Actually, if I want the high tank to fit in this space as big as it can be, I'm going to have to knock this down one level. The good thing about this particular glass, I do get to pick it up, which is very handy. Very handy indeed. Alright, so the top layer is pretty much exactly the same as the bottom layer, except instead of putting in the high tank controller, let's just put the lid on. You can put in a drain. Well, you don't have to, but there's no other way of getting the... Seriously. There's no other way of getting the liquid metals in there, so you may as well whack a drain down. We'll put it right there. Which allows us to bring that in here. And that is hooked up. Simple as that. Once I set this up to actually drain out, look how hungry I am. And I've still got a frog in my throat. I get to eat my peanut butter sandwiches, yay! Peanut butter and jam, woo! Excellent. My first 2 peanut butter and jam sandwiches. Yeah, once I do put a lever on there, a redstone signal that is, that will come out perfectly. Next, however, we are going to be looking at... We haven't finished here. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We need a way of actually creating our blocks, our ore. You don't actually get to see here how much it will hold. You only get to see how much it is holding, which is a little bit annoying. But anyway, let's just whack our drain down, our faucet. One of the tables. We are going under that table. We'll whack down an ingot cast. And apart from all the automating, that is more or less done. Up we go. Alright, we may as well grab some of you. And we're going to whack you all the way down the bottom here. We're also going to dig out that one. And we are going to bring this up. Again, it needs a redstone signal. Get rid of you, we don't want you connected. I'm probably going to make a real mess of these pipes and have to clean it up later. That's definitely what's going to end up happening. These ones here are of course item pipes, not the fluid pipes. Let's bring it up and under this chest here. This is the chest I've been using for all my ores. So yeah, got quite a lot in there. I have made a bit of steel. Steel is made in the high oven itself. Let's just get rid of you. We don't need you just now. And move on to the high oven. Not too sure if we're going to have enough blocks there, but we've got plenty lying around elsewhere. In fact, may as well take all you. Alright, this one's pretty simple. We want a gap, I think. We're going to have a gap here. Why not? The high oven is a 3 by 3 by 3 structure. The base is all blocks like so. You can also use ducts and drains. Actually, you can use drains as well. We want at least one drain on us. That's not a drain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. There we go. Nope. Ah, yep. Yeah, there was a crafting table. There they go. That's a duct. That's not what we want. That's the drain. Excellent. We got it. Alright, you can put the drains down the bottom underneath, going straight down. And we may as well. I'm going to have it going straight down, just so we can hide things a little. It's a little bit annoying trying to get these facing the right way sometimes. Yeah, like that. Let's just try putting the next layer on. And I'm actually going to put a duct here. I think that's going to be best. Still no. Okay, let's try that again. Can't get any lower than that and still be able to see it. In fact, we can't even see it. Ah! That's worked! Yay! We did it! We did something! Wow. It's not often I do something. I'm a government employee after all. Alright, that's also going to need a redstone signal. That one won't need a redstone signal. In fact, if we did put a redstone signal there, would probably block it from actually doing anything it's meant to do. Nook in the way there. Alright, so yeah, scorched ducks can also make up the structure, the walls. I'm going to whack this around like so. Now it is a 3x3 structure. The very middle block is hollow. Nothing goes in there. We're going to make it like so. Right in here, it cannot go on the base. I don't think it can go on the sides either. I haven't tried that out. But the high oven controller has to go so that one side is facing out, the other side is facing the hollow inside. And that is set up. Now this here will only smelt one ingot at a time. It is very slow, very time consuming to use. It's not great. I much prefer the smeltery over there. You can increase the size of this, and you'd be silly not to. The maximum number of ingots that it can take, or not just ingots, but it'll smelt up dust as well. The maximum it will do at once is 6. To get 6 ingots, or spots in there, for 6 items, the maximum height necessary is 8. If you make it 9, as long as it's hollow all the way through, you do the very top, same as the bottom. I've run out. Ah, dang. Yeah, if you do it any more than 8, that's all great and everything, but you won't be able to put anything else in there anyway, so it's kind of pointless. Well, we're going to use these ducks, I guess. Dang. It fell too far in. Let's just open it up a little. So that there is the controller. We want a gap going to there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's go and collect all that because we do need that to fill out up the top there. And whack these ducts in. The ducts, we do have a duct on the back as well, don't we? We do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we are short. We are short 1 block. Because that duct on the back I don't actually need. Don't want. Don't want it there at any rate. Not yet. Chances are I probably will. And I've just stuffed up. But anyway, let's get these ducts on. These are very useful items. They're not necessary, but they do make automating this far simpler. Now if we have a look at the high oven controller itself, you'll see that you've got a flame here. That's where your fuel goes. The fuel has to be pure. It has to be something similar to, say, charcoal. Over here is where the material that is being smelted goes, and we haven't yet built or finished it off, so we've only got the one in there, or the one showing. If we finish it off, however, make our way back down. Oops, how did that happen? There you go, we've got 6. That's the maximum that it will take, the maximum it will do at one time. You also have a couple other little weird symbols here. These are for, what are they? Additives, I guess, that you can add, or enhancers, or... This here is your magic stuff. Don't mind the noise, that's just me knocking the mic. Yay. Yay for the mic. Alright, yeah, these things here are items that you can add which... Oh, I'm dying of thirst. Which make it so that... you die of thirst. I'm a guy, I can't focus on more than one thing at a time. Yeah, they can make very strange things happen. We just finish that one off. No, I haven't There we go, they've shown up. They can make odd little things happen when you are smelting steel. But what you will notice is the pictures match up with the pictures in these ducts. Or duct. Yeah. What's that about? Well, if we use a chest on each of these will actually pull items out of inventories, such as a chest. So this one here, if we set that to, say, the ingot picture, that means anything we put in here will be sucked into this here and will be put into this spot. So that is a way that we can automate all our items going into the high oven. This one here, we'll have it as our weird little doodad flame there. They have names, I'll have to read the book again, it's been a while. This one here, we can't change. We can't change. Why won't you let me change you? Let's get rid of that. Nope, still won't let me. Well, you let me. You will. Alright, that's red. Redstone, that is. Let's get that chest. We didn't get the chest. Yeah. Ah, that got it. Alright, so we're gonna whack you down there. And that is for this particular slot here, which is redstone. This one around here, we will change to the flame, which is our fuel. You can put these all on the same side, probably recommended too. And you can have more. Pretty sure you can have more than what you're actually using. Oops. Let's see. You will let me change this, so we're going to put this one down here. Alright, that one there is going to be the wavy line spot, which is where we're going to have sand go. So I'm going to have to automate all those going into there. Like I said, this here runs off charcoal. I'm pretty sure I got some charcoal over here. I'm pretty sure I was wrong at this point. We'll grab a piece of coal though, because coal is not pure. It will not actually work in here, or at least it shouldn't. Not too sure if anything has been changed in the configs. We'll grab a bunch of this stuff here though. Slag, that is an odd little item that can be created by accident. And we'll come over here and we'll whack the charcoal, which I know for a fact does work right here. And we did get a little bit of a visual bug there too. It's not working. Oh, the whole thing doesn't work. It's a waste of time. It's broken. Doesn't work in the pack. No, that's not true. That's just a derp worthy of me. It requires a redstone signal, which would be a lever ordinarily. I'm going to do something a little different though. I'm going to use Rednet. I love Rednet. It's one of those things that is extremely overcomplicated, messy, goes all over the place. It looks terrible, which means it is exactly what I like to do. That's what we're going to use. Alright, where are we going to be using this stuff? Well, first of all, we want ores to go into our drain. This drain here and into that tank. We've got some ores in here. So if we dig down, just because this stuff is messy, I'm probably gonna, again, I'm gonna fix it all up and make it nice and clean some other time. Not now. Alright, we'll bring it over, and we're gonna bring it up here. Yes, that's a good spot for it. We'll bring it up here, and this here is going to be my wall of levers. And I am going to need some signs. Definitely going to need some signs. You can see that this is connecting to the cobble above it. That doesn't matter at all. But you can get rid of it if you want, so it doesn't. Similarly, get that word, Ingles, not so goodly today. I've been up for about 28 hours now. My work is a little demanding at times. My Ingles is not so goodly when I haven't slept for that long. We know what I mean, right? Anyway, let's get back to this. Yeah, this here, you don't actually have to click to disconnect it from everything. That's connected to a Nook. That's great. But actually, that's the one that we do want connected. I'm going to disconnect it from everything. More for looks, but just in case I have something else added there at a later date. Alright. That is pretty much right. If we whack a lever on this stuff here, and we flick the switch, it will, there you go, it has lit up the fluid duct. Inside our smeltery, we don't have any ore. We do apparently have lava, however, which is nice. Down here, we don't have anything, which is to be expected, because we don't have anything smelting. Dust to get out, so I've trapped myself yet again. Alright, hopefully this here is all set up and I haven't missed a block somewhere. Wouldn't surprise me to find out that I have. Let's get back out of here though. Let's add just a little bit of ore in there anyway. 8 of. See that smelt up and see if it goes into the tank over here. Now another thing with this, you'll see there's a colour on the back here. I'm going to change it to orange. Now you'll see this one here is white, that one's orange, it's not working. Change it to orange, all of a sudden it is. You do need to colour code them. What that also means is that if I say ran this guy like so, and now we just clean it up, make it so it's not connecting to anything else, and we don't want it connected there either. If we change this to pink or purple or whatever that colour is, and then we put down a lever right here, you can see it says it's white right there. If we change that to the purple and we flick that switch, even though it doesn't have its own dedicated line, it is on. It's not on because of the orange one, obviously. They work independently, depending on the colour. Flick that, and it's now off. Not on. Yay. So, yeah, we can, running just a little bit of cable, we can dictate when things are working and all that fancy fun stuff. There is molten iron in there. And you are a scorched drain. Which is what you're meant to be. So let's just... Yeah, you are connecting. But for whatever reason, this here, which worked perfectly fine previously, is not working now. Yay! Welcome back! We had a bit of a crash there. The tank was not happy with me. And for good reason. I did do a little bit of a derp just then. The controller, down the very bottom there, that thing has to go in the middle. I have these two around the wrong way. So yeah, I'll put that straight back there, and as you can see, iron has straightway flown in there. We can see that there is 4 ingots, 7 nuggets, or 14 Minecraft 14 Minecraft buckets worth, which is not a great deal. But at any rate, it is now working, and we can turn that on and off through there. We can turn this one here on and off. Of course, this here is not yet working because we haven't given it a redstone signal. So let's just do that. We'll start down here. And we can go under. Connect it up here. Let's just unconnect it whilst we change this colour. It's going to be the light blue. I am dying. Not good, not good. Whoa. Get up to water. I think I actually do have a couple of spare packs on me. Camel packs, that is. Well, that was one question I remember seeing in a past video about the camel pack. Is there an upgraded version? Is there a bigger one in the pack? As far as I'm aware, no, there's not. This is as good as it gets. Which is better than nothing. Might be an idea to have one that is upgraded. That might be something being worked on. I don't know. I don't know. Iskandar has been a little... Oops, I kind of shifted that one away, didn't I? Has been a little bit under the weather. Oh, it's much easier just to click once. Ah! There you go. You learn something new. You only have to click once to get rid of them, not 3 times. Anyway, let's just change that because we can. We don't have to. That's blue. And we made it. Hey. So if we put a lever... Running low on levers. We whack a lever right there. We're going to change... No, not the connection. We want to change the colour to the blue. Pull the lever. That there is getting a signal. It's not going through to here just yet because I have refused to connect it to the correct one. Oops, too far. Maybe I should have gone backwards. There we go. Let's disconnect you. Make you nice and big as we can. And that is working. It is heating up. We want a redstone into that one. And sand into that one. Let's see if I got those in the right spot. Yep, sure did. And charcoal around here. Coal, yeah, it's not not pure enough. It's got too many contaminants in it, so it's not going to work. Charcoal is perfect, which is a good use of all that wood that I've been chopping down, the jungle wood, in order to create all the water. We are going to have to automate that at some point as well. Right, we're not finished yet. We still have to automate this here coming out. Otherwise I've got to sit down there and click and click and click and click and click, and that is very annoying. We can do that with, well, we can do that a number of ways, but we are going to do that using, well, funny enough, Rednet. Alright, so first things first, let us disconnect all of those and disconnect these sides and down the bottom. This one we are going to have as yellow. It is obviously going onto the bottom there. Now, we don't want any of you. Next one up. This we do want. Hey now. Behave. We've already gone over. This one we want facing in there. We may as well leave that as white. Should we? No, I'm not going to. I'm going to make it green. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. We bring this all the way up. Getting rid of those. And again, this only needs to connect somewhere to one of these wires. It doesn't have to have its own path. So let's get rid of that connection. Just in case it does anything. You're not connected. That is all connected. So yellow... dang it. Yellow is for pulling the new ingot out. I'm short a lever. Plenty of them. Okay, we'll whack you guys here. This one's yellow. There we go. That's for pulling it out, and one up the top. This is for pouring it into the cast. If I can somehow get to it. And this one has to be green. There is going to be a little bit of a trick that we do here that is going to be done a little bit of the hardest way possible, but that's just me. So we're going to put that on because for the time being I want all of it to run out into here. Is it on down there? Yes it is. We've also got green. Green's not one that I want. Thank you. Not on that at any rate. Okay, give me a way out, please. Almost there. Alright. With the yellow, not the yellow, sorry, the green, if I flick this, what's going to happen, you can see, maybe if you've got eyes as good as me, that iron did pour in, and it was pulled out. However, next one did not pour in. We can fix that a number of ways. We can put fluid duct right there and have it, the fluid duct is connected, and that's all fine and dandy. I might even do that. There is another option, and is one that I've played around with a little bit. It's excessive and unnecessary, really, which is probably why it appeals to me. Oh, and that is to use this redstone clock. So what you do is you put this pretty much anywhere on your system. It can even go right here if I really wanted it to. Or I can put it down here and have it hidden. If we change that to green, you can see it's still not ticking, things are not flowing out. That's because we have two signals going, the flickering one and the permanent one. We turn that off, and this one here should theoretically, we might have to flick it over again. Yeah, there you go, there's one come out. Let's see if it works. It has worked in the past, but it doesn't seem to want to work. I don't know, things are being a little bit broken today. Things are breaking on me. But I can promise you it has worked in the past. That's how I filled up this chest so quick, was using this method. Apparently it's not going to work today, so what we're going to do instead is the more sensible and less fun way. I'm going to use fluid duct. Oh boy. Doing things the proper way. Kinda hurts. We'll get rid of you. Fluid duct down. That is still green. Out. And it has poured. And created an ingot, which is straight away gone through, and then it is poured another one. I'm stuck down here again. Now, I don't think we've actually got enough in there for the last ingot. Get that dust out of there. But the system is all operational. It's a little cumbersome, and we still have to automate things like the lava going in. That's not too much of an issue. I've got I've got something down here for the doing. Oh, there we go. We can make ourselves our cobble gen into a number of crucibles, which will make the lava to go straight into the smeltery, into the tank right there. The other one is for creating the ores to automate to go through the system. Either one, and that's something else I get to have fun with, switches dictating which way it goes and why it goes that way. I'm going to have to put signs on these so I know which does which. Also automating these items. You see we are already pretty short on the redstone. We haven't even used it yet. So I have to automate the redstone going in here from the sifter, as well as the gunpowder, and the gunpowder from up here can come down in, I guess. Wow, that's loud. We seem to have quite a lot of the gunpowder. Yeah, so we'll have the gunpowder go through. Sand we're going to have to make using a pulverizer, which will create gravel, sand, and dust. Automated, which will keep our sifter sifting. We'll have to have a couple of sifters, and keep it filling up into here and creating tons and tons of ore. So everything is one step closer to overcomplicated and automated. It's going to have to wait for another episode though, because from just a quick little look at the clock, I'm guessing I've gone over 40 minutes at least for this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed though, including all the little derps. This here all has to be cleaned up a little bit, so I might spread some dust around and hide some of the less necessary parts of it. But hopefully you have enjoyed, well, yeah, the start of automating of my ores. If you have, hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you next episode. Bye-bye.